Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Jubilee Model Railway in, 2015 as it is now. This is another update to see what's been going on over the Christmas and New Year period. Well, quite a lot actually has happened, which is, it's good because I don't normally do a lot. So today we're going to have a good look around the layout again. We have 2 new locos and something else I want to talk about. But that will be after we've had a good look around all this area and down the other end of the track. So first off, we've got more fencing. I've put up a few more bits there. I showed you that ambulance in the last, so that's not new. All this area is unchanged since the last. Over here, one of the new additions to the layout is an Eddie Stobart truck there in the loading bay. So at the moment, that's all sort of in this kind of area. At the back I have got a wall put in, but I'm not very happy with it. As you can see, it's all sort of, there's lumps and bumps all the way along. So I think what I'm going to have to do is get a piece of card and put it across there, and then put the wall in, this stuff onto the card so it's nice and flat. So I think that's one of my next jobs, because that hasn't gone too well. It doesn't look too bad, better than the brick, that's for sure. So if we go over in this area, I've started doing the paper macheing for the bank in the corner and down here. This is not going, obviously this looks awful at the moment. This will be covered in plaster cloth, painted. Put trees, grass, and hopefully a little pond maybe in there if I can get one small enough. Because this area here will be a little park kind of thing with trees and some benches. And this is how they're going to get down to the park, is coming down this small ramp. Eventually, obviously, it will look like a footpath. So now if you come right the way back around here and go towards the station. Nothing has happened in the station area yet. Reason being, I have no idea what to do with the station yet. I know Hornby have got some new station buildings and a few other stuff coming out this year, which I like. So I might get them and replace all the the resin platforms, because, they're no good. Because you buy one pack, they're that size, and then you buy another one, and they're a different size. Well, that's no good, is it? So, nothing to speak of in this area. So we get down to this area, and I put, this is where one of the branch lines is going to go. It'll disappear down that area, down there, and just stop. So we come round here, been putting some of the lovely plaster cloth around the tunnel entrance. Really makes a difference. Even though it's not painted, it really makes a difference to the layout. All I've done is the same as where I just showed you the other side. Paper mache underneath, this straight on top, and it gives it a really nice sort of rough looking effect. And obviously I got to paint it and cover it all in grass again. So up in the village, nothing has happened yet. Got this little chapel. Found this in the box. Probably won't go there. Might go somewhere else in the village. Pretty much the same in this area. I haven't got round to doing it yet. You saw that the last time. Now the biggest change over this side is the woodwork has now been completed. And this will be the bridge. It doesn't look much like one at the moment, but I will be putting girders across and leg supports and, making it look like a real bridge. And then it comes down into this large area here. Now in this area I'm going to have some more houses, maybe a pub or restaurant, and then down the end will be a car park for the people visiting this small park down the end. And this is where the moving cars, as I keep saying, will come. They'll come around here, turn round, and go back towards the village. funny enough, and here is one of the little cars that I got in a starter pack. It's a lovely little thing. It's a little Ford Transit van. It does work. I'll just show you now. There's a tiny, tiny switch there, just up by my thumb. And it has a little motor and this... Sorry, the light is not brilliant. If I bring it over here, there we go. And this little metal strip follows where you put the wire in the road and goes around until it runs out of battery. So what I'll do, switch it on. Here we go. And if I put it on there, see? That is how it will run. But obviously, there we go. It's a lovely little thing. But to be honest, a lot of money for what they are, but the more things you can have moving on your layout, the more interesting it is, I suppose. So that's, well, that is in near future, I hope, because I have bought the laser cut roadways to lay the wire in, so they're on their way on eBay. Hopefully I get them soon. Also, I have ballasted from this point, just under here, all the way up to there. You've probably seen that in, I think I did it in the LNR Gala. I think that was ballasted. So that is all ballasted and ready. You know, I've done quite a bit over the Christmas period, as I was off work and the weather was a bit cold, I suppose. Mind you, it's freezing up in this attic too. So, you know, the moving road will be up here, round the village, and it'll disappear over this area here where it'll turn round and come back out, just to make it look like it's sort of disappearing into the distance, I guess you could say. Also, I've had a big tidy up in my attic, and I put these black sheets along the layout. Just really makes it look much tidier. And here it's, well, we've had a big sort out over Christmas, and it's looking just a little bit tidier than it did the last time. You probably noticed in some of my videos the mess that is up here. So next I'm going to show you 2 new locos and a project which I'll be starting on one of my other locos very soon. So let's get to the depot. Right, back in the depot area. Just before I show you these 2 new locos, this shed area was going to be the main shed area for the whole layout. But plans change, and that's what has happened. This area now is going to be known as the Jubilee Road Heritage Depot. And you'll have all the older class diesel locomotives like 37 over there, rolling stock, and, well, Tornado, which is sat up in the shed just below there. So this area will be like a maintenance storage area for the heritage loco fleet that I run on my railway, which I have quite a lot of that. And then, just where this building is here, this will be the modern depot and will be owned by Colas Rail. Hence the 2 new locos, really. That's when the extension is done. So, let's go to the locos. Now, these I picked up around about 2 or 3 weeks ago, not long after my last update. I didn't get them for Christmas, sadly. Paid out of my own money for these 2 things. Now, these 2 weren't on my loco list for last year at all. But I walked into one model shop, Lord and Butler in Cardiff, and I saw these on the shelf. And I thought, well, no, I won't buy them. I came home and realised you can't get these anywhere else. I just can't not find them. So I went back and bought them. They came in a twin pack, and this one is 47749 Damsel in obviously the Colas Rail livery, which is, I like it. It really stands out. And then the other 47 is 47727, which is Rebecca. Now these 2 engines are exactly the same. As I said, they come in a twin pack. Now I probably wouldn't have bought 2 in the first place, but you know, as they were a good price in the same box, brand new, thought, well, will have them. So that's what I did. Now these are made by V trains. Everyone calls them Vi trains. Apparently that's not true. They're a German company and it's pronounced V trains. I always used to call it Vi trains. But apparently I've heard on IC82's channel it's V trains. So if you don't believe me, go on his channel and have a look at the video where he says it. Problem is, I can't remember which one it was. As I said, these are V-Trains locos. Now, absolutely brilliant. They've both got really nice detail across the top. I'll just show you here. You got the fans there with nice grills on the top. You know, they're really smart looking Class 47s. But there is a little issue with these two locos. Now, the finer detail on these locos is not there. Absolutely nothing. You don't have the aerial at the front, no windscreen wipers, no handrails, no rails across the front of the loco, no brake pipes, hitches, and there's other detail that goes on the side. Now, V-Trains has put all these parts separately in the box. I really don't know why they've done that, because you pay all this money for this engine. I don't mind sticking a few bits on here and there, that's okay, but they've made you stick absolutely everything. I've never had a diesel loco that you have to put the windscreen wipers on. That's a little bit daft. They should have put them on first. So if we just go over to my table, just move my 60 out the way, this bundle of parts here is just for one 47. There is bits everywhere, and I guarantee you these will break while you trying to fit them or take them off these plastic things. See, you've got handrails and other bits and pieces, windscreen wipers, the aerial. You know, some people might like that, saying they'd put something on the loco, but I really don't. I'm not very good with the fiddly parts doing these on these locos at all. I don't like it. So I don't know. You know, fantastic loco, don't get me wrong. I haven't fitted the parts to him yet. The only one that has run is actually Rebecca here, because I have put a couple in, if you can see it down there, on the one end. You even have to put that on, they haven't put that on either. Well, now this engine here, Rebecca, now I have seen this loco, the real one obviously. It quite often spends time at Canton Depot in Cardiff at the Colas Rail, if you know where that is, just not far from me where I live, in Wales. That's what attracted me to these engines in the first place. And I've got the depot over here, which will be Colas Rail. So, I'm going to just get on to the next project that I'm going to be doing with one of my other locos. Here we have number 4472 Flying Scotsman. Well, it's got to be the most famous engine in the world. But this is a Hornby Railroad edition. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. It runs absolutely brilliantly, actually, and I've had it, I don't know, 4, maybe 5 years, and it runs every single time. I've not even cleaned the wheels, nothing, and it runs every time. Now, yeah, the price is good, I understand all that. I understand why Hornby are doing this, for the people who can't justify paying, like, I don't know, 150 for a top-of-the-range one, maybe? But this engine will be leaving my railways in the next few months, as Hornby are bringing out a TTS sound version of this in the Railroad edition. Well, again, I said I don't really use railroad engines on my layout, except for this one. So I've had an idea. I'm going to buy this engine with the TTS sound, because it's going to be £99, bargain. And last night I went on to eBay and bought a lot of spare parts, and detailing for a premium model Hornby Flying Scotsman. And my plan is I am going to, well, stick the premium parts onto a railroad edition like this. Now I bought the things that you put under the cylinders here, the pipe work, and just in here, these on a premium model at the end are sprayed sort of a more light sort of silver colour, which I'll be doing. I bought the German smoke deflectors, which will be going up here obviously, as the NRM version does. I'll also be getting rid of the single chimney and putting the double one in. I'll be putting cab detail, well, just a driver and fireman, glazing in the windows. I'm not sure about the coal load yet, because I've had a go and it's a bit of a job. Also, like this one has, I'll be putting the lamps across the front. I will not be putting the hitch in, and I'll be putting the vacuum pipe. Now also, I don't know if we can do it on TTS locos yet. I would like to put working lamps at the front of this engine. I honestly don't know if it can be done, because I don't know what Hornby have done inside these locos. Because they may not have wanted you to mess about with it. Well, you know, I'll have a look, and if I can, I'll put working lights on it as well. Now this will obviously make this engine look much smarter, and it'll look much nicer running around the layout. Now anyone can do this. Just go onto eBay, type in 00 gauge spares, doesn't have to be Flying Scotsman, and you will find the German smoke deflectors from Hornby on eBay. You can find the underneath the cylinder pipe work. You can find firemen. You can find these little lamps, and the double chimney is a bit of a pain, if I'm honest. What I'll be using at the moment will be a 9F, which is a British Rail loco chimney. I'll have to spray it matte black, get rid of the single chimney, and put that one in its place. So we'll see how that goes. And I'm not sure when the TTS one is due out. I think it's the second quarter of 2015, this year. But that could mean goodness knows when that means. So hopefully that will turn out well, and I'll keep you updated on that. Now, in my last update, I said I'd be doing the extension, which ran from over that area, dropped a level onto here. Well, I was being a bit optimistic. That isn't gonna happen. Well, it didn't happen before Christmas. The boards are still being made, not here, at my local model shop, MIB Models. He is making the boards for me to put the track down, so that's another probably month, maybe 2 months off. Again, I'll keep you updated what's going on. Now what I was going to do in this video is show you these two Class 47s in action. Well, if you look down here, my controller had other ideas. It's completely given up. And these are DC locos, obviously, so, well, they won't be running at all. I will just show you a couple of trains running around the new area and under the new bridge, just so you can see how things look. And I'll talk a little bit more at the end. So, let's put some trains on the track and give them a run. Well, I honestly don't know what's going on here. Just before we go to the trains, this controller, which I showed you was on the floor, completely died. It's been dead for about 2 or 3 days, and I could not get it to work. I turned the camera off and I thought, let's just give it one more go. It worked. I honestly wonder what is going on in this attic sometimes, whether I have ghosts going around trying to break things and then mending them again. I don't know. So now I can run the two 47s. So the first shot you're going to see is the Colas Rail 47 Rebecca going under the new bridge. Well, that's the end of my quick running session there to show you how the trains are running. They do look much better with the scenery work I've done. Really quite impressed looking at them on the camera. Just before we go, obviously it's now 2015 as I said, and I'm going to be doing a lot more videos than I did last year. I didn't do enough, to be honest. We'll be going to the West Somerset Railway again, and hopefully maybe the Severn Valley or some other new lines. And hopefully more running galas and updates on all of this railway. I have had a quick check on Hornby and Bachmann's website. There is a lot of engines listed as coming out during the year, so hopefully there'll be lots of local reviews as well. The first local review of 2015 will be the Railway Children set from Bachmann, so that should be nice to have a look at that. Also, other engines coming out next year is Earl of Mount Edgecombe from Hornby, really nice, looking forward to that, and another limited edition set from Bachmann, which will include 3 Mark 1 coaches and Pitchford Hall. So that's just 2 of the engines I'll definitely be reviewing and getting next year. So now I'll just leave you with the first Great Western HST, and then that is the end of our first review of 2015. Just like to say thank you for watching my videos and commenting on them during 2014. It's really nice to see people and enjoying my railway, and I hope you keep the support up during the new year of 2015. That's it for me. Back soon.